Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I've been playing a new game recently called Flare NUINUI Quest. This is a Hololive game. It is published by Holo Indie and developed by Solpix. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. This is an action platformer. It is very Mega Man-like. Let me go ahead and read you the summary before I talk more about the game. Evil forces have emerged, spreading chaos across the land. Shuriken members went to investigate, but they haven't returned. Play as NUINUI Flare in this retro action platformer, wielding her dual pistols, Smile and Go, as you explore the world on a quest to save your friends. And that is the summary for our game. Okay, so to give you some context about Hololive, Hololive is a VTuber agency, which as you might guess is about VTubers. But whether you're a VTuber fan or a Hololive fan, doesn't matter. This game is very fun and filled with many surprises. Okay, let's get into the gameplay section. What do I mean when I say it's Mega Man-like? I mean, it is a side-scrolling action platformer, right? You're blasting things with your guns. You have your charge shot. You have special skills you get after like defeating bosses. You get, there's a boss on every level. Actually, every level has at least 2 bosses. Some have more. You have a health bar similar to that in Mega Man as well. And of course, you can see the boss's health as well. Talking about some of the enemies are definitely inspired by Mega Man type enemies, but their designs are in line with that of Hololive, like the mascots and whatnot. But if you've played any of the Mega Man games, especially I would say in particular the Mega Man X games, you're going to feel right at home, as they are very similar to enemies, the types of enemies you would face in those games. The bosses are also no exception. They are very Mega Man X-esque like. There's one boss in particular that is straight up a boss from Mega Man X1, which I won't spoil. The game has a ton of bosses, but unlike Mega Man, it's not like where you get to a boss screen. It's like choose which boss you can go after, and you go to that level and fight that boss. The game has more of a leveled structure, so you go level 1, 2, and 3, and so on and so on. Later on, you will be able to revisit those old levels to find new secrets. I won't spoil anything, but yeah. Speaking of levels, let's talk about the level design. Level designs are fairly simple, but it makes up for it with all the insane amount of bosses you're going to fight. There's like at least 2 bosses every level. The game's not that long, but there's actually a lot of content packed into this, which we'll get to later. Another thing about the combat is that when you charge you're doing your charge shot, if you get hit while charging the button, you get knocked out of your charge, meaning you have to start your charge all over again to unleash an attack. This game has a lot of surprises in it. Like I said, you'll have to go back into your previous levels to unlock new secrets. As far as sound and music, I would say the sound is just okay, but the music itself is really good. The music is basically songs from Hololive that the characters have performed, but they've been made like into an 8-bit style, and they're all really good. Nothing too crazy about the sound. Like I said, I don't have any fond memories of any cool little sound effects and stuff, but music is fantastic. As I was playing through the game, I just feel this strong sense of like nostalgia. As I said, it is very Mega Man-like, and as someone who was a big, and I guess still is, a big Mega Man X fan, in particular, I really liked Mega Man X4. And while I would say that, despite how fun this game is, it's still not quite on that level of like a Mega Man game. I still think Mega Man games are more fun, but if you are a fan of Hololive, I think you'll find more enjoyment out of this, just as I did, as someone who enjoys watching a Hololive content from time to time. But even if you're not, you're going to have fun with this one. This game's only $8, and it's both short and packed with a lot of content at the same time. I won't spoil the amount of levels in the game, but I will tell you that there are multiple campaigns. There's at least 3 playable characters. I don't mind telling you that, as it's something that's made obvious from the very beginning. You'll have the option to choose between 3 characters, and each character has their own campaign. And while I've played the main character for this game, which is Flare. The other 2 characters are Hoshomarin and Usada Pekora, and they have their own campaigns as well, and own story, as well as their own set of bosses. I don't know if anyone fights the same bosses, as I have not completed the other 2 campaigns. I've only played the main one, but I've played the first levels of the other 2. One thing I did notice is that as far as like storytelling goes, the main campaign for Flare There's really almost no dialogue. It's mostly just visual storytelling, which is nice because it lets you get in and out of every level. Like, you're just going, right? You're just pushing forward, beating levels, beating bosses, and just getting through. It's really nice. For Pecora's, I did notice that there was a bit more dialogue for at least for the first level, and so I assume that hers will just have more dialogue throughout the game, but I don't know. I've not played enough yet. I just really wanted to make this video because I like this game a lot. You can call this a review. I'm not really thinking of it as like a review. I'm just wanted to talk about the game because I like it a lot. Going back to gameplay, the game has a lot of like checkpoints. It's very generous in that regard. The game is not too difficult either. You have a good amount of health, and enemies don't deal a ton of damage to you. And some enemies even drop health if you like shoot their bullets or whatever. The game also has quite a bit of achievements. So every level has like, I think it's 3 achievements for every level. It might be 4. I can't remember. But there's at least 3 achievements every level that you can work towards if you're looking for like a completionist playthrough. So yeah, this game is great. It really makes me feel nostalgic thinking about like old Mega Man games and whatnot. I definitely recommend picking this one up if you enjoy a good Mega Man game, because that's what it's going to feel like when you play it. The game is not too long, but at the same time, it's like not too long, but packed full of content as well, because you got the 3 campaigns, you have achievements that you can do that are actually fun to do, and a lot of surprises in the game. So whether you're a fan or not, I think you can have a good time with this one. Only $8. It's practically a steal. You'll probably complete the main campaign under 5 hours. Just kind of depends how fast you're going, how fast you're able to find everything. If you're really taking your time, maybe you can extend that to about 7 or 8 hours. But remember, that doesn't count like the other 2 campaigns and getting all the achievements and whatnot. Yep, and this has been Flare NUINUI Quest. I'm really hoping that we can get some DLC for this, or maybe a sequel. Great game. I will be continuing to play it. The other 2 campaigns, maybe we'll make another video someday. Thank you for watching. Have a good one. Bye.